Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing exercise 2.3. It's very easy, just division and finding zeros and the fifth Roman. It's very easy, all of them. Let's start off. First question is p of x cube, p of x. There, you can just ignore this. This is just showing that it's a polynomial and that this is dividing, and this is dividing this whole equation. So let's start. First, x square minus 2. What would you multiply with x square in order to get x cube? You would multiply it with x, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing. X cube minus 0. I'm going to subtract them in order to cancel the first term. And since when we multiply x with 2, we just get 2x. So that is not that cannot be subtracted from 2x square. So we are going to be writing minus 0, and below 5x we are going to be writing minus 2x. When we subtract them, this gets cancelled. This comes down in the same manner, 3x square, and this becomes plus 7x minus 3. So what would you multiply with x square in order to get minus 3x square? You will multiply it with minus 3. So minus 3x square, you're going to subtract it because like signs only cancel each other out. You get minus 6. That is not that does not have an x, so you're going to write minus 0 minus 6. So these cancel each other. This comes down in the same way, 7x, and this becomes this is positive, this becomes minus 9x. Sorry, this just becomes 7x minus 9. We also have to find the remainder, and this is the remainder for this equation, guys. And this is the quotient for this equation. So moving on to the second question. P of x equals x raised to the power of 4 minus 3x plus 4x plus 5, and g of x is x square plus 1 minus x. I just moved x square, x here and 1 here because it will be easier for us to solve, and that's what I wrote in the question below. So what do we have to multiply with x square in order to get x raised to the power of 4? We are going to multiply it with x square again, right? So x raised to the power of 4, and you're going to be getting minus x cube, which I'm going to be writing here because it's not going to be of use as of right now, plus x square. I'm going to be subtracting this equation from this. We get minus over here and plus over here. So we can cancel this, and here we are going to get x cube. Okay, I'm going to get this x cube over here because that is going to be the highest exponent in this equation now after removing this equation from the main equation. So minus x cube minus 4x square plus 4x. So what do we have to multiply with x square in order to get x cube? You're gonna multiply it with x, right? So plus x. If there is minus here, you would have put minus, but now it's just plus. So x cube minus x square plus x. I'm going to subtract it. This becomes positive and this becomes negative. These two cancel each other out. We get minus 3x square plus 3x plus 5. I'm going to get this 5 down here. So it's plus 3x plus 5. So I'm going to be multiplying with minus 3 because that's what you're going to multiply x square with in order to get minus 3x square. So minus 3x square plus 3x minus 3. I'm going to subtract this equation from it. I get plus here and I get minus here. So these two cancel each other out this time, and the remainder we get is 8. So this will be the quotient, and this will be the remainder. Moving on to the third sum, we have minus x square, right? I'm going to be multiplying it with minus x square in order to make these signs like, and then I'm going to be multiplying it with square, x square, in order to make it x raised to the power of 4. We get x raised to the power of 4 minus 2x square. We don't need minus 2x square as of right now. This becomes plus all, by the way. So we write minus 2x square here. X raised to the power of 4 and x raised to the power of 4, they cancel each other. So minus 5x plus 6. So I'm going to be multiplying the equation with minus 2 now, because I need to get minus 2x square over here. So minus 2, I get plus 2x square. I'll just add the equations. You can put minus or plus, it's up to you. I'm going to add the equations. So I get minus 2. It will become 2x square. There is no x over here, and minus 4. I'll add them. I'm going to get minus 5x. This becomes positive. 2x square and minus 2x square cancel each other out. Here we get plus 10. So this will be the quotient, and this will be the remainder. So moving on to the second sum. So all you have to do in the second sum is take this equation, multiply this equation by this, multiply this equation, entire equation, with this equation. So that's what we are going to be doing. It's very easy, and the trick is to see what is smaller and divide it with that. That's the trick in polynomials, but they might confuse you, so you definitely have to read the question. So second Roman, first one, that is t square minus 3 and 2t raised to the power of 4 plus 3 cube minus 2t square minus 9t minus 12. So let's write that. T square minus 3. So 2 raised to the power of 4 plus 3 cube minus 2t square minus 9t minus 12. So I'm going to be multiplying t square with 2 raised to the power of t square again, in order to get 2t raised to the power of 4. I get t raised to the power of 4. We will not be getting a t cube, so it will be 0. And here it is minus 6t square. Let's subtract them. Here I get minus and here I get plus. So I'm going to cancel these two. I get 3t cube, and over here 4t square minus 9t. And in the next step, I'm going to be multiplying it with plus 3t in order to get 3t square. So I get 3t cube, and I'm going to add 0 over here, because we are not going to be getting t square when we multiply it with 3t, and we get minus 9t. I'm going to add a minus 12 here and add minus 0 here. I'm going to subtract these equations. We get positive here, negative here, and negative over here. So these two and these two cancel each other out because they are the same. We get 4t square minus 12. So we're going to be multiplying it with plus 4, and we get the same equation, minus 12. So it perfectly divides it. Therefore, yes, it divides the equation and leaves no remainder. So moving on to the next sum. That is the second sum in the same Roman. That is x square plus 3x plus 1 and 3x raised to the power of 4 plus 5x cube minus 7x square plus 2x plus 2. So I'm going to be writing it in this one, 3x plus 1, and here 3x raised to the power of 4 plus 5x minus 7x square plus 2x plus 2, enclosing this thing, and we are going to be multiplying it with 3x raised to the power of square, because I am sure you all know it. We've gone through it many times in the above equations, so I don't think I have to say that anymore. 3x raised to the power of 4 sorry, this is cube, 5x cube, and here plus 9x cube, multiply them, and you get over here you get 3x plus 3x cube. We are going to subtract them. Here we get minus, and here also we get minus. So these two cancel each other out, and now we get minus 4x cube and minus 10x square. Minus 10x square plus 2x. Always when you see these three of them over here, get the third term also down. And if you think that there's a term missing in the equation, like there is no x square, then also bring two terms down. Even if this equation is only two variables long, it has only two terms, plus 2x. So I'm going to be multiplying it with minus 4x now to get the first term. Minus 4x cube minus 12x square plus, and now here we get minus 4x. I'm going to be subtracting the entire equation. And over here, and this becomes positive, this also becomes positive, and this becomes, all of them become positive when we subtract the equation. The first two terms cancel each other, and here we get 2x square plus 6x plus 2. And now when we multiply the equation with plus 2, we're going to get the same thing, so it will divide it. We'll get 2x square plus 6x plus 2. I'm going to subtract the equation. This becomes minus, this also becomes minus. All of them cancel each other out, and what we get is 0. So the same thing goes over here. Yes, it divides the equation and leaves no remainder. So let's move, go to the third one. The third question is as follows. In third question we have x cube minus 3x plus 1 and x raised to the power of 5 minus 4x cube plus x square plus 3x plus 1. And now we are going to be writing it in this way. X raised to the power of 5 minus 4x cube plus x square plus 3x plus 1. So the first thing we are going to be multiplying it with is x square. in order to get x raised to the power of 5, and we don't have an x raised to the power of, we actually have minus 3x square and x square. So we're going to be subtracting them. These two cancel each other out and these two cancel each other out. What we are going to get is minus x cube, because this becomes positive and it's up, and it is added to minus 4x. We get minus x cube plus 3x plus 1. We are going to be multiplying it with minus 1 this time, because then only we are going to be able to get minus x cube. Minus x cube plus 3x minus 1. It would have divided it if it was minus 1 over here and not plus 1. Actually, we will not be getting plus x square here then. Now we get minus over here. We are going to subtract the equation and we get plus over here. We get 2 as the remainder. These two cancel each other out. So therefore it does not divide the equation perfectly. Doesn't. So moving on to the next Roman. There is only one question in this Roman. First, let me convert this into blue. Obtain all the zeros of 3x raised to the power of 4 plus 6 cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5. 2 of the zeros are given. So these kind of sums are very easy, guys. Let's start. I'll explain the process over here. So we need to obtain all zeros, and the 2 zeros are given. They are root of 5 by 3 and minus root of 5 by 3. We have to find the zeros of 3x raised to the power of 4 plus 6 cube plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5. The next step would be to find the equation of this. Then we are going to be dividing it with this equation, and then we will get a quadratic equation. We have to find the zeros of it. That will be the other zeros of this question. It's very easy, guys. Let's first form an equation. This is going to be alpha and this is going to be beta. Alpha plus beta equals 0, right? Because root 5 by 3 minus root of 5 by root of 3, they cancel each other out and give you 0. And alpha beta equals minus 5 by 3. I'm pretty sure you know why. Because it is minus 5 by 3 to the root square. The root and this cancel each other out. All you are left with is minus 5 by 3. So we are going to make the quadratic equation now. X square plus 0. It's actually minus 0x plus minus 5 by 3. So it is x square minus 0 minus 5 by 3. So we can just ignore the 0 here. It's multiplied by k. Let's take k as 3 because that is the denominator. Then we'll have no fraction in this equation, minus 5. This will be the equation you have to multiply it with. So this is the equation we have to divide 3x square minus 5 from. So I'm gonna place this equation right here. Better be black. And 3x divided by 3x minus 3x square minus 5. So what would you multiply with 3x square? You're going to multiply it with x cube, x square, right? X square. So it will be 3x raised to the power of 4. Power of 4. Minus 0. We have no x cube in this one. Minus 5x square. We are going to subtract them. The sign change will be positive and positive over here. These two cancel each other out. We get 6x cube plus 3x square and minus 10x. I'm gonna get that down too. So x square, right? I'm gonna multiply it with 2x in order to get 6x cube. So we get 6x cube minus 0 minus 10x. I'm gonna subtract them. Since these two are the same and have the like signs, they're gonna cancel each other out. The 6x cube and 10x. Now we got 3x square minus 5. That is the equation itself. So I'm gonna multiply it with 1. We get 3x square minus 5. I'm gonna subtract them. I get positive here. So it exactly cancels each other out and we get 0. And next, the equation we got is x square minus 2x plus 1. So we have to find zeros of x square minus 2x plus 1. x square plus 2x plus 1. It was plus, sorry. I multiplied it with plus though. Then I get 6x square, right? I get 6x square and I get minus 10. Yes, I was right. So we have to find this one zeros. We get x square plus x plus x plus 1. So I'm going to take x as common in the first one. We get x plus 1. 1 as common here, x plus 1. So this is going to be x plus 1 into x plus 1. All of them equal 0, right? So now I'm going to branch these out. I get x equals minus 1, right? So x equals minus 1 and x equals minus 1 for both of them. So the two zeros we found are identical. Therefore, all 4 of its zeros are root of 5 by 3 minus root of 5 by 3 minus 1 and minus 1. These are all the zeros of it. Moving on to the fourth question. What is it gonna be? On dividing this equation, 3x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2. So on dividing x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 by a polynomial x minus 2, so I'm gonna write by dividing with x minus 2 we get remainder equals minus 2x plus 4. So we have to find the g of x. We have to find the divisor, the one that divided this equation. I'm gonna get it all the way down here. So by dividing this, we get this. So what we know is, 1 minute, let me go down. P of x equals g of x into q of x plus r into q plus r. Okay, so we're going to be substituting all of them. X cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 equals gx. We don't know gx, so I'm going to leave it like that, into, we know this x minus 2, and the remainder is minus 2x plus 4. I'm going to send it here, the remainder. At first I'm going to be sending the remainder to this side. What we're going to be getting is x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 plus 2x minus 4. So we are gonna get x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 2. So I just 3x minus 2 of x into x minus 2. So that leaves us with the g of x and x minus 2. So I'm gonna be sending x minus 2 here. So we're gonna divide it with it now. X cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 2. And x square minus a. We are going to be multiplying it with x square. So we get x cube and x square, we get minus 2x square. I'm going to subtract them now. These two cancel each other out. The sign change here is positive, so I get minus x square plus 3x. I'm going to be multiplying it with x in order to get x square. And I added a minus over here in order to get minus x square. So minus x square, I'm going to subtract them. I'm going to subtract them. I didn't add them anywhere by chance, did I? Because that would be wrong. Everywhere you just have to subtract them, so keep that in mind and deal with the signs. And this becomes positive. It's gonna become 2x, right? And this will become negative. So these two cancel each other out and we get x minus 2. And we are just gonna multiply it with what? Plus 1. So x minus 2 minus, these two cancel each other, we get 0. So therefore g of x is x square minus x plus 1. That's it, guys. So now in the fifth one, we are given a bunch of parameters and the degrees of them should be the same. It will be very easy, guys. We just have to know some basic, like what is p of x, q of x and r of x. That is what I'm going to be explaining right now. Here I already wrote them down. P of x is the dividend, q of x is the quotient, g of x is the divisor, and r of x is the remainder. Here I just took normal numbers and pointed out to what is what. You can just have a quick look. So with this knowledge, let's start. For the first one, the easiest one to take will be the square, like x minus 1 square or x plus 1 square, x plus 2 square, etc. Then you are going to get the same, p of x will have the same degree as q of x. So example, I'll take x square plus 2x plus 1 as p of x. That is x plus 1 to the square will give us this p of x. So g of x will be x plus 1. Q of x also will be x plus 1, and r of x will be 0. That will be the answer. For second one, q of x, the quotient, should have the same degree as the remainder. This will also be easy, guys. So for the quotient to have the same degree as remainder, what we need to do is, give me a minute, let me think. If the remainder is square plus 1, second one, we can take the p of x as a square and q of x as a single digit number, single variable with power 1. Like I can take x square plus 3 and q of x will be x, and or I could take maybe x square plus 4. I can take anything. So when it is divided, I'll get g of x equal, sorry, I'll take g of x as x and q of x will be I get 4. X, right? I think I should take g of x as x plus 1. Maybe, yeah, that would be better. X square plus 4. And I'm going to be dividing it with x plus 1. X square plus x. Subtract them. We get 4 plus 4 minus x. So remainder will be 4 minus x. Quotient will be x. So as you can see, the quotient and the radius, the remainder have the same power, that degree, that is 1. So moving on to the third one. So degree of r of x should be 1. So remainder, third one is just saying that r of x should be 1, because anything to the power of 0 equals 1. We know that exponent rule, right? So maybe I could take, let's see, anything like p of x will be x square plus 9, or wait, it could even be, yes, it can be x square plus 9, and q of x can be, let's see, x, sorry, g, we should first decide g of x. G of x can be what? X. Then this has to be 1, right? Then I can x square plus 1 divided by x. Then I'll do x square, and then I'll get 1 as the remainder. So q of x will be x and r of x will be 1. So this is it, guys. That's it for this exercise. Let me zoom out and I'll slowly scroll up so that you can take screenshots. Thank you for watching. Wait, seems like I have something here. Have a good day, guys.